Hello, this is Peter Murphy, President and CEO of the Illinois Association of Park Districts. Today, we are presenting another video as part of our Legends video series. One of the missions of IAPD is to recognize outstanding park, forest preserve, and conservation district board members throughout the state of Illinois. I hope the knowledge and insights these great leaders provide will inspire you to continue to make a positive impact at your agency and in your community. Please enjoy.
Hello, I'm Wayne Utterback, Director of Communications and Digital Content for the Illinois Association of Park Districts, and I'm pleased today to be speaking with Wooddale Park District Commissioner Dorothy Lange for the latest installment of our Legends video series. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to have a quick chat with me, Dorothy.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, can you give me just a quick background on some information about how long you've been with your park district and just a little bit more about yourself?
Dorothy Lange. I've lived in Wooddale my entire life, was out for just a short time in an apartment and then came back to Wooddale. I've been a part of the Wooddale Park District for 38 years, lost count. I lived here, like I said, all my life, was married, now widowed. 3 sons that grew up in the community. We all did plenty of volunteering.
And how long have you been with the park district?
About 36 years.
All right. And how would you describe your overall experience with the Wooddale Park District?
It's been a great experience. I've enjoyed my many years here. We've had a lot of challenges through the years, like other park districts. You know, it's always a challenge when you're trying to rebuild a new park, get a rec center going, a new building, dealing with all of the other taxing bodies, the city, permits, all of that stuff, but it's still very exciting. And when the project's complete, it's always a great feeling that you've added something to your community.
Now, what was your personal motivating factor in becoming a commissioner?
Way back when, it was over, I have to be truthful, over where they were going to place a new rec center at the time. They wanted to take up a big open space that was dedicated to ball fields and put a rec center when I felt there were different areas to put a rec center and save that, which we eventually then did put 4 ball fields on that, which we wouldn't have today. And managed to first buy a used older grade school that was no longer going to be used, and buy that, be in that for a while, save money, and then eventually tore that down, and on the same site or part of it worked to deal with our local school district to place a new building up. So it actually ended up helping the community a lot better. Otherwise, our ball fields would still be at individual parks all over the town.
All right. Now, what can you tell me about your park district that makes it unique and special?
Well, we do have a facility that was formerly Top Golf that we've just acquired from Top Golf. We were the first site that Top Golf built in the United States. The other one they had previously before us was in Virginia. That was a remake of a golf center, regular golf center driving range. So we were the first one test for them to build, but unfortunately their brand has changed. So they bought us out of their contract of Top Golf, and now we are opening what's called a 390 golf experience, hopefully in the next month. A lot of things have been on hold because of the pandemic. Not able to get people lined up to do the work for some remodeling. Now we're having an issue like everyone else, hiring people. But we're very excited about that coming to our town and our park district.
All right. Now, as a commissioner, what keeps you engaged and involved today?
Today, any kind of volunteer work, working with the people. I like to work with the seniors now that I'm in that age group. Like working with the seniors, but I also like volunteering at a lot of our youth activities. I'm a big volunteer at things. People are surprised when they don't see me at something.
Now, you had mentioned earlier that there are many challenges that you're facing as a commissioner. I'm sure many new commissioners face challenges. What advice would you give to those who are new to the position, who are stepping into that role for the first time?
Just learn to work together with your entire board. Everybody has to learn to work together to get something accomplished for the best for the whole community. In the past, we've had, you always get the people that come on because they want to get their one, whatever they're after, whatever type of recreation it is. And then they have to, when they get on, they realize that you have to work together as a board to complete something, and you can't just get your own way all the time. And it's always best to work with everybody, work with the town, try to get some subsidy money through your city. Always definitely check out any of the grants that are available to you. We've gotten a couple of grants, been lucky in the last few years, and improved some parks with that. Hope it continues.
All right, now from your own personal experience, what's a philosophy that a good commissioner could adopt in order to find success in that role?
Just ask plenty of questions when you're a new commissioner. Someone taught me that. Ask plenty of questions. Make sure you have all your details and ducks in a row, you might say, as to when you're asked to vote on something or to make some important decisions. If you don't feel you're getting adequate details to make a good decision, then you just keep asking questions, or you ask things to be tabled until you get your, questions answered.
And during your time as commissioner, I'm sure you've worked with a lot of incredible professionals. What would you say are some key attributes possessed by those who are at the very top of their field?
People that work together with everyone, realize that they're not always correct in how they look at something, that there's different ways to look at it's done. And there's people that keep working at it and don't give up. You just can't give in either. You have to fight for what you feel is right on a project, but at some point you have to work to go along with everybody else and what's best for the community.
All right, now touching back on some of those challenges that you were speaking about earlier. I mean, obviously the pandemic has brought a whole slew of challenges, but what do you see are some of the major challenges confronting park districts today? And how do you think those issues and challenges can best be resolved?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know, just try to state to keep on top of working with the governor to make more money available. Like I said, for grants, that makes it easier for us so that we're not always having to go back to the taxpayers to take the brunt of everything. And just work to do more as a community, work within the different taxing bodies to see how you can help each other to, maybe save on your finances, share equipment wherever way you can, we work a lot with our grade school district. They help us, house our before school programs and after school programs and different things like that. We have pretty good working relationships.
Now, what would you say are some opportunities that you've seen coming up with your park district? Are there any new opportunities that are happening that you're looking to take advantage of?
Well, we've been very fortunate, but it's still in the works, is to some unincorporated areas of town that are being incorporated into Wooddale are now being demolished and factories are going up. So we've been able to take advantage of an area that had a park in that area, and the park is being bought out and they're giving us land somewhere else. So it's giving us an opportunity to improve on a new piece of land and make it better than the previous one that was not being used as much. It was an older development that seen its better days, you might say, and that park wasn't being used. So this was a great opportunity to make a land swap and for that developer to help us improve that land alongside, with not only purchasing the land.
All right,
so it's
excellent.
a great opportunity, but it's been a lot of work getting there, a couple of years in the making.
Oh yeah, and you always have to be ready when you have those opportunities pop up. It takes so much planning.
We have a unique situation in Wooddale that it's an older community that's pretty well landlocked. So wherever you can find a parcel of land here and there, you try to do your best with.
All right. Now I'm going to shift gears just a little bit and ask you a little bit about IAPD and get some of your thoughts on that. What are some of the benefits of a commissioner getting involved with IAPD?
It helps, give you a better idea of what they stand for, what they do, how they can help us as a park district to grow and be better. Their conferences, they always run different conferences that are very well and very informative. I always learn a lot, come home with something from whether it's state or national when I've been able to go. Just they're your backbone. They're there to support you. And, I've had to call on Peter Murphy a few times for things in the past, and he's always been very helpful. So, it's nice to have a place you can go to get your questions answered.
All right. And what is you mentioned speaking with Peter Murphy, what has your personal experience been with IAPD?
Very well received. Like whenever I've called with a few issues, they've gotten right back to me. So I don't want to say what the issues were, but no, very happy with the outcome, very happy with the advice I was given and how to handle a situation.
Excellent. Now I'm going to change gears a little bit more. I want to ask you some more introspective questions here, but I always enjoy the answers. When someone looks back on your time at the Wooddale Park District, how would you like to be remembered?
Just as a person that gave my all, did the best for the entire community, tried not to be like a one person do all, but to work with everybody, including other taxing bodies. Just a great volunteer, great community caregiver.
All right. Now, looking back on your service, what would you consider to be your major contribution to the field of Parks and Recreation?
Just by helping to get our community better. We didn't have a rec center. We now have a rec center, which is probably 20 years old now. We acquired a golf course under my term. We've acquired Top Golf under mine. So there's a lot of great things I feel that I've helped to add to the community here for everyone. We now have a dog park that we didn't have years ago. The community has grown and the park district has grown.
Tremendous. Now, what would you say is the best advice you've ever received?
Ever received was not to be afraid to say no. If you really don't agree with something, like I said, you either ask enough questions so that you can make a sound decision, and not to forget to say, how to say no if it's not really something you feel is right for you and your community.
Now, what advice would you have for a 20-year-old?
20-year-olds, get involved. Get very involved in your community, because you learn a lot, whether it's helping, to volunteer with children, seniors, whatever. It just adds to your resume as you go forward in life. Volunteering is always a good thing. It lets you see how things are done in your community. It's just a very good learning experience. You can't learn everything in school. You need to have some backups there, backup ways to learn, improve yourself. It doesn't hurt for a 20-year-old, no matter what age you are, to make suggestions to your community on how you can improve it. Things like that.
All right. Now, are there any historical figures that inspire your work?
I read a lot on different presidents and stuff in my life. I always make it a point after a president has left office to read his book to see, and it's always amazing how challenging it is to be a president. I would never want to be one. Would never want one of my children to be one. No, I think Lincoln did well for the United States.
Now, here's just a fun question I like to ask. If funds were unlimited, what would you like to see done for your park district?
Funds unlimited? Wow. A nice addition onto our rec center would be nice. It wasn't built great big, and the community has improved since then. And another one would be to improve our ball fields that are getting very old. They're dated. Anything to help the community and families, to get families more involved.
All right. Now, my last question for you. What would you say is your vision for the future of park districts in Illinois?
Oh, just to keep plugging along and making improvements. Like I said previously, make grant money available so that we can all make great improvements to our parks, our facilities, our programming. Help us come up with more, more creative programming is what I'm looking for. I'm not a creative person, but it sure would be nice to have some, just keep us all up to date on what upcoming things are in programming and building wise and that kind of stuff.
All right. Well, Dorothy, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to sit and talk with me and share some of your insights. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dorothy.
Bye-bye.